Welcome back, everybody. We hope you enjoyed that first discussion of underrated comic book movies and shows. We are now going to celebrate in honor of the release of Raya and the Last Dragon. We are going to be talking about the 15 Disney princesses. Now, granted, some of these are not in the Disney Princess official lineup, but we threw some of them in there, like Anna and Elsa and Moana, because they deserve it, you know? And what we did is everybody sent me a ranking out of 10 for each of the individual princesses, and I averaged them out. And then we got the placements. Our council members, our panel, besides me, do not know the ranking, so it'll be a surprise to them. And one quick thing, if any princess tied for the same value, then whoever got more number 10s from individual people, that person was ranked higher. So let's get into this. Coming in at number 15. Don't worry, you'll pick it up sooner rather than later. Number 15, our lowest ranked Disney princess is Snow White, coming in with an average score of 3.5. The lowest person with this was Natalia, who gave her a 1.
Hell yeah.
Natalia, why did you rank the first Disney princess so low?
Okay, a little bit of backstory to how I ranked a lot of these characters. I took a Disney princess course a couple of years back, and we watched the films and then read whatever they were based off of. In the original Snow White by the Brothers Grimm, she was like 7 and... Okay, the whole point as to why I gave her a 1, she's a dumb bitch with absolutely no agency. Is that because she's a woman? Probably. Everything about her character, this movie is like, it's not really a movie. Nothing really kind of happens. I find this movie to be incredibly boring, a little bit scary, but like in terms of Snow White as a character, I'm bored. I don't like her. She gets a 1.
Okay, Yousef was the highest ranked on Snow White, giving her a 7. Yousef, why did you rank Snow White so high?
Oh, I didn't realize I ranked it that high. I don't know, maybe because she was the first, and that equals, iconic. I really don't know.
She's a dumb bitch who lets strangers into her house and takes the apple. You don't get food from strangers.
Maybe I ranked it that high because I like the dwarves more. I don't know why.
You like the what?
That makes
the dwarves.
Sense. The dwarves.
The dwarves.
They have more character than Snow White.
Maybe I based it off the movie, not the character.
Okay, well, on that note, we'll move on to number 14, who is Princess Aurora, aka Briar Rose, aka Sleeping Beauty, with also a tied score of 3.5. However, she was ranked higher because, unlike Snow White, she did receive a score of 10 from our very own Liam. Liam, why'd you rank Princess Aurora so high?
Look at me. It's very obvious that I like blondes.
So hair
She's
color
blonde
made a
and wears
difference.
pink. Why else would she be given a low? Why would she be given a low number? She shouldn't like. I don't like this. I don't like this world. Snow White is a gay icon. Pure and simple.
Ranking her with a score of 1 was both Sohail and Yousef. Why the low scores, guys?
Because it wasn't Jasmine from the live action Aladdin.
Yes, shush. Even though I didn't like, well, I think that point was directed to Yousef because I didn't like them. Anyway, let's digress along. I find her unpopular. I haven't seen anything from her. To be like one of an iconic character, and it was basically just a random guess. I mean, I didn't give her a 0 like Anna, so the 1 point is kind of generous. So
yeah, she like nobody knows who she is. Like when you say Aurora, people are gonna be like, huh? You have to say Sleeping Beauty. And like her live action movie was turned into a Maleficent movie because no one gives a shit about her. So she just slept throughout the whole movie. She sleeps more than I do. She did nothing. She's useless.
No.
So
And may it be for the record that Yousef sleeps a lot. So that's a big statement he's making. All right. Any comments on Aurora?
Actually
before we
ashamed of
move on?
all of yours.
Liam,
What-
you can
what's
take solace in the
changed?
fact that I haven't seen the film, so I couldn't rank her. So
All right. Moving on to number 13, with a score of 5.38, we have Cinderella. So that means the first three are the bottom three, and the person who gave her the lowest score was Yousef, who gave her a 1.
yeah, she crazy. She's
She's
what
not
does
like
she do? She walks in, she like cleans, she talks to mice, and then she like gets in a pumpkin. Like, I don't know. She's just like a
She's
little,
an indentured servant.
I don't know. I've never liked Cinderella. And her live action movie also sucked. I know that's like not a part of it, but she's
I was
just
going
like
to say, I didn't rank based on any live action adaptations. I
Yeah.
only went off the animation.
yeah.
Because
Well, off the
Cinderella would have been
animation, she
higher
was
for me
yeah,
if
she
we'd have
was
went
like
off other adaptions.
yeah.
Let's bring in Jack, who ranks Cinderella highest, giving her a score of an 8. Jack, why so high?
Really?
I mean, you talk to
Shut
your
up, Yousef.
dog, right? I mean, those are the only people around her, or the only animals around her. So that's why she would talk to them. And I know we're not talking about the live action ones, but I really liked Lily James as live action Cinderella too. And like Natalia said, she was kind of a slave, so she'd kind of be kind of justified in everything.
Also helps that Jack has a foot fetish.
That too, yeah. Me and Quentin.
And on that note, first off, before we move off of these, any comments on the fact that the first three are the bottom three? What do we attribute that to? Do we think it's just that they got better at writing characters? What do we think? Because these definitely are iconic, even if they're not the best characters, as we've proven.
I mean, it would
Modern day
depend.
standards.
I'm thinking like it's based on the recent ones being the most popular when the iconic ones are going to be at the bottom of the list. That's just my guess.
Yeah, maybe because the newer ones
I put
are
the
better
higher
written.
ones at the top.
Oh, Liam, you want to say
Oh,
something?
sorry.
Okay.
I think I'm cutting out. Sorry. So I didn't hear you.
Okay.
I will say that where Sohail may be right that more recent means higher, our top rated princess is from 30 years ago, 30 years plus. So
Well,
I think it's
I didn't,
obvious who
but-
that is.
Is
I
it
think I
Liam?
could probably guess.
Is it
It's-
Belle?
Is Liam our top rated princess?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can.
Look at her.
Hello.
She's stunning.
actually,
Ugh.
I'm not sure I did the math. It's from the Disney Renaissance. I'll just say that. I'm not sure
It's
if I did
it's
the math
obviously
correctly.
Belle or Jasmine.
No.
Find out.
Let's just continue.
Let's continue.
Okay.
With number
Sorry.
12, one of the more recent princesses, coming with a score of 5.5, Princess Anna of Arendelle. The person who ranked her, because unfortunately, Ben, I didn't get your 0 beforehand, but Anna is the only person to get a 0 score from Sohail. Out of all the princesses, why your hate for Kristen Bell?
I don't hate Kristen Bell. I didn't know she
Kristen Bell has
voiced
nothing
her.
to do with this. Leave her alone.
Yeah, I didn't know she voiced this. I thought she voiced Elsa. Oh well, I don't know. Must have been high on that video.
That's Nadal Dazim.
Oh yeah. Anyway, those weren't part of my reasons for why I ranked them so low or high. I just found her to be whiny, and I know she has only pictures to talk to and to I don't know what else she does in her spare time, but you know, I just feel like she wants her sister's validation, and I know that she wants, I don't know, more love from her. You know, she's got no parents, but I just find her to be very childish. And I don't know how old she is, but she bugs me.
I
That's
agree.
why I give her a
All of
0.
that.
I have something to say about Anna. I did rank her very low. I think I gave her like a 1.
Gave her 2.
I gave her 2. See, look, character development. Um, um, I am going to make a little bit of a defense for Anna. This is mainly just in terms of like the story and the way that it surrounded her. Why Anna didn't need to be kept away. Like, if they had allowed her some semblance of freedom, she wouldn't have become the woman that she became. She wouldn't have been talking to pictures, and she wouldn't have needed more of an dependency upon the familial bonds that were granted already lacking because dead parents and isolated sister. But, you know, okay, anyway, that's it. Still don't love her character, mainly because the story treated her poorly.
Constance, I want to bring you into the conversation because you gave her a 6, which was the most common number ranking among our paneliers. If that's a word. And I just, for you, when you were ranking, because she's the only one that's had a sequel. So were you thinking of the character overall, or were you thinking like, I loved her in Frozen 1, which is why I'm going to give her a 6. How did you approach ranking Anna?
Oh, yeah, overall. Movie 1 came out, and I didn't know about the hype. I went into that movie completely blind because I had just had a kid, so I was very not with it. And so I thought it was a movie about Anna. I liked Let It Go, but I was like, this is Anna's movie. And I was like, where's all the Anna merch? And I very slowly learned it. Everyone was all like, Elsa. And I was like, but we're with Anna the whole time. She has a great first song. She has a great second song, you know. But then she's so desperate for love. So of course she says yes to the first guy that kind of is like, hey. And I was like, okay, I can forgive that because I agree with Natalia, you know, screwy upbringing. Send Elsa away, let Anna have a normal life. But movie 2, she just gets so possessive. I actually think everyone but Elsa gets worse in movie 2, character-wise. Like, I don't like Olaf in movie 2. I don't like Kristoff. You know, I feel like they all go down. And I'm like, what happened? Why? What are we doing? Like, she's so obsessed with Elsa. She's like, you can't do this without me. I'm like, hey, you're a little possessive. Like, I think they don't develop her well. So I don't know. I'm very angry with where she goes because she starts off so great and then she just plummets for me.
Yeah,
I would have given her like a -8 because of Frozen 2. I forgot to factor that in as well. She's very annoying.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the case because we have different opinions on Toy Story 4 here, but I think it's clear that both Toy Story 4 and Frozen 2 knew what to do with their protagonists, Woody and Elsa, and kind of pushed some of the other characters to the side. So that's a fair ranking, I think. Yes.
Am I the only one that doesn't think that anything was wrong with Frozen 2?
I liked Frozen 2.
I
preferred Frozen 2, and I preferred the characters in Frozen 2.
No.
I thought
Frozen 2 is better than Frozen 1.
I thought
That's
Olaf
because
was
Frozen
funnier.
The
1
story is crap. Oh, we have to save a dam.
Doesn't matter.
Incorrect.
That's
Compare that to
incorrect,
the
yeah.
first Frozen.
Frozen
God
2.
awful.
Frozen 2 is a better film.
Yeah.
But the characters, I
are
agree, are
different
much
powers.
worse.
Oh,
The songs are better in Frozen 1, but the overall film is better.
Yeah.
And I think Olaf's funnier. Samantha.
Samantha was pretty funny, yeah.
Samantha.
Like when he reenacted the first film.
That
was great,
hilarious. When he's like, and then
when he is meant to
even
be the funny character, he shines a lot more.
yeah,
But
and then he
also,
had them nice
last
high
moment.
moments where he was learning.
Yeah.
And then I don't think Anna was bad. I think
she was.
I don't think they
terrible.
treated
Really
her.
bad.
I don't think they treated her badly. I think she was worried because she was worried. She wasn't possessive. She was worried. And I think you treat people different. She felt like she needed to mother Elsa and be there for Elsa. Otherwise, Elsa would do something stupid, like she did in the first film.
Than this boring girl who has nothing substantive to her. So let's just move on.
I think these are all
I
evil
like
little.
Anna's depression song.
In the words of
The
Kim
next right thing.
Woodburns, you're all evil
Yes.
little bitches.
The Next Right Thing is a great song. I ranked her high because I think Kristen Bell's voice work was very good in the performance. I think it's one of the better voice performances. And I find her very relatable. I like her character. I thought she was a different type of Disney princess. And Yousef is in agreement because Anna was one of the three characters he gave one of the three characters he gave a 10 to. So we have a very, very diverse range on Anna. Yousef, want to say anything before we move on?
What?
Okay. I based this off the first Frozen. I completely forgot about Frozen 2. I forgot how annoying she was in Frozen 2. But I agree with Antony there. She's relatable. I love Kristen Bell. I love her arc. How she wanted to marry a man on the spot, and she learned about love from Kristoff, and not to trust anyone, not to trust a guy based on how they look or on their riches. I don't know what
I'm saying. So there you go. Very mixed opinions on Anna. So she ranks in at number 12. Number 11 with a score of 5.57. Pocahontas, its lowest rank came from Yousef and Jack, who gave her a 2, and the highest rank was Constance, giving her a 9.
Yeah, I don't remember the movie. She had one good song, and that was it. So
Yeah, I'm kind of apathetic towards her, and I consider apathy worse than kind of disliking the characters. So,
and also she was a real person, and that's not what happened. So
She was a
I have some
14-year-old
problems with
who
that.
was raped by a colonizer.
Yes.
Constance, care to defend one of your higher ranked princesses?
Well, I thought it was very nice that they don't completely rewrite it and then make her and John Smith get married and all this stuff. I think that was much more realistic to show the whole.
She did, however, still marry a white man in the sequel.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about the sequels. Oh my God, there's heinous things. I did rank this one just based on movie one.
Oh yeah, direct to DVD sequels don't count for this.
I think of her as when I think Pocahontas, I think trailblazer. She wasn't looking for love too. It's as a woman, I'm tired of the idea of, oh, I'm here to get married and that's it. That didn't seem her goal, because her dad's like, you gotta get married, and she's like, I have things to do. I have my people to think about. She to me is the beginning of really not just saying that, but in the end, she doesn't get married. So I thought that was refreshing. So to me, that was when Disney started to turn a corner in that part of the narrative. Because you asked earlier, are we surprised about the first 3 being the bottom 3? No. And it's reasons like this.
She's definitely a controversial character due to the fact that she's the only Disney princess in a film that is rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, I think in the mid-50s. So it's an interesting legacy that she has. Please God, do not live action remake Pocahontas. All right, moving into the top 10. Pixar makes the list with Merida with a 6.1 ranking from the panel. The person who ranked her highest was Sohail, who gave her only 10.
Of course, the Scottish person has to give her a 10.
Hey, easy.
Yes. shut up.
Yousef, what are you going to give Jasmine?
I don't think she's my highest rated, so you can suck on that.
Just to
Oh,
clear it
betrayal.
up, we'll get to her,
Betrayal.
but Yousef did not give the highest score of the list of the panel to Jasmine. That was somebody else.
Ha!
But
I don't
back to
see
Merida.
color. Yeah.
Who gave it the lowest? I want to point my anger to someone.
The lowest was Liam with a score of 3.
No surprise there. No
Yeah.
surprise.
I'm ginger at the ends of my hair still, so I should have given Merida a good score, but I'm not going to because she was a bitch. She turned her mother into a bear. She wanted to kill her mother, then she turned her brothers into bears. Like, no, sorry,
They didn't mean
Merida
to
is
with their
out.
brothers.
Merida is out. Merida's a bitch. If
She
there
didn't mean to
wasn't
turn her
other people,
brothers into bears.
I don't care. If there wasn't other people, she would have been lower. But there was other people that haven't been mentioned that were lower than her, and that's the only reason.
Listen,
Liam, let the record show that I am in agreement with you. Our one commonality is this.
and it has to
It's
be
about
against me.
It's
I
about
love
time
that.
something like this happened.
But
Merida
Sohail,
is the
defend.
shittest princess.
I mean, like, it's only going to be short. I mean, she's Scottish. She's my lass. You know what I'm saying? You know, I have to defend her. She's the only Pixar, I think the only Pixar princess. So I'm going to give my favorite studio some love there as well. The movie, yes, it's problematic, but the ending, it makes up for it. But this is about the character, not the movie, which I can see why people do not like it as much as me. But
I
she's
think she's a
strong,
badass.
she's independent, she thinks for herself, she just wants to excel in life without having to do all the normal social stuff back in the day. But
right,
I
no,
like her
sorry.
character.
No, not
Liam, you
having
talked
it.
enough. You talked
You've
enough.
just
Thank you very much.
you just scolded Anna for being whiny and blah 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 blah. Merida's exactly the same.
Liam,
No, but she's been
Merida
put
is
into these
exactly
situations.
no.
the same.
She's
Anna
been
is
forced to do
boring.
these things.
Shh, Ben.
No, Anna's boring.
You haven't seen it. You haven't
I
seen
have.
it. You can't talk. You haven't
Yes, I
seen
have.
it.
Maybe
Yes, I
he
have.
watched it when I told him to.
He said he hasn't seen them. Literally just before we started this
No, I
podcast.
forgot
He
about
listed
those. I
3
forgot. Shut up.
things.
I did not read. I did not
Well.
actually read his list properly. The only Disney princess films I've seen from Disney proper, I forgot about the Frozen films altogether. And it was Raya, it was Belle, and it was the other one that I forget.
You
And
done?
I forgot about Brave and I forgot about Frozen.
Well, that's a shame. You should have mentioned it earlier. Now you don't have a chance to start talk about it.
But I am.
Merida
and you
is
can't stop
exactly
me.
the same. Merida is worse than Anna.
Merida has a personality.
Merida
all
doesn't have a
disagree.
personality.
We all
Merida's
disagree that
personality
she's
is
worse than
screaming,
Anna,
shouting,
so-
whinging, and moaning. And oh, I'm going to shoot an arrow. Well done, hun. Done.
She wanted to show her father that she was very capable of leading the clan. So
I'll give her this. I
And
think
she
the
still
bow and
failed.
arrow scene when she breaks the bow and arrow.
she
in
was
half, that's
successful.
cool. That was cool.
Legend.
But
That was great.
she poisons her mother. I can't give her that higher ranking. Moving on, number 9.
We Scots have to stay together. Anyway,
I think this is going to be controversial because I think this is low, but who knows? Maybe the council will disagree with me. With a ranking of 7.38, The Little Mermaid, Ariel coming in at
What?
7.
Hold on. Let me
Excuse
go
me?
back to my
Show
list.
yourself. Who gave
Let
her a
me go
low
back
score?
To my list.
Sohail, screw you.
So
I'm this
I'm gonna
close to
break
kicking
down-
you out.
break down the ranking here. So Natalia gave Ariel a 7. I gave her a 9. Jack gave her a 6. Yousef gave her an 8. Liam gave her a 10. Constance gave her an 8. Joseph gave her a 9. And Sohail brought it down with a 2.
Hi. Correction, asterisk. I had meant to flip Ariel and whoever was my 7.
save
But-
me. Who was your what score would you have given Ariel now?
Only like an 8. What did I give her
Oh,
again?
okay. That doesn't
gave her a
help me,
7.
Natalia.
I gave her 7. I'd give her an 8.
That doesn't help me.
It wasn't
shall
good
I-
for you.
So
Shall I
he-
explain
his
myself to the
highest
trier
his
fact?
highest rated is Merida, and then he does this to Ariel. Why is it like
Blasphemy.
I'm like,
As I
Nikki
said
Graham.
before,
who is she? Where did you find her? Kick her out.
as I said previously, I did it very fast, this ranking. And when I think of Ariel, I think of a redhead, okay, a plus, okay, there we go. But I don't know. The movie didn't resonate with me. She didn't resonate. I mean, why would she? I mean, I don't live under the sea. So that's why I give her a 2. I mean, like,
But you have
Don't
crabs.
be
Wait, you
so-
gave her 2 because you're
don't-
not a fish? Like,
I'm not a fan of
no
the movie.
sense.
It was a random. It was a
She
random
is a
number.
little
Don't be so
nerd.
pissed. Don't be
Let
so
her be a
pissed.
little nerd.
Yeah.
Okay, now that I
Personally-
think about it, okay, she is a little bit better, but what
I'm
can you do,
actually-
sue me?
I'm like actually
Yes.
infuriated by you.
I think she has some of the best music in the Disney history. Part of Your World might be the best I want song for one of these people. And I
If
also
it
think
Husband is
helps.
a god.
If
Yeah.
it helps,
Yeah.
I'm excited for the live action that's
Well,
coming
we're
out.
not putting them into our
I'm just-
conversation when we're talking
I'm
about
just
these
trying
characters.
to
Now,
make
are
you
we?
happy. I'm just trying to make you happy. What do you
Well-
want from me?
to give
Consistency.
Merida not
Should
a
have rated
10.
her higher, like she's supposed to be. Ugh.
Also,
I mean-
Ariel was very important in the history of like Disney and like bringing back the musical and the Disney Renaissance. So I gave her a high rank. Also, Jodie Benson, again, wonderful voice work. But yeah, we were all pretty high except for Sohail. Anybody have any other
And
comments
Jack.
about
Jack gave her
Ariel?
a 6. That's way too low.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's kind of being overlooked how she left her family and gave away her voice for a boy she saw for like 2 seconds.
She did it for a nerd,
there
and
we
then she
go.
saw this man, and
Excuse me.
everything was
Thank
out the
you, Jack.
window. I get it. I understand. However, nerd.
I would do that for an attractive man. If one of the Evans brothers just suddenly appeared at my door and I was told you can never speak again, but you can be with one of the Evans brothers, I'd quite happily say yes. I mean, it would be devastating for the world
It'd
to
be
lose
your
my
last
voice,
word. And
but
would
still,
you be happy with
I
it?
would say yes. I would, of course, I'd be happy with it, and I wouldn't need my mouth for anything else. So.
On that note, let's move on to number 8. I think we're going to be on another controversial talking point because coming in with a average ranking of 7.56, Mulan.
7.56?
Yeah, makes
What?
What
sense.
kind of scores do you
That's
give?
horrible.
Well, we had a lot of 7,
Saved
so I had to.
China.
Yes, as far as who ranked her high and low, Liam gave Mulan a score of 1.
You little
China.
slut.
You brought in the live action for that decision, didn't you, Liam?
He liked the live action one. Remember
I
what he
liked
said during
the
the
live
blue
action.
ribbons? Yeah.
I
You
would have
hate-
if we were taking into account live action, she would have gotten a higher mark.
Oh my god.
The,
Wait, so why would you give her a 1 and complain about me
Because
giving
she's not a fucking princess.
Missy Fishy
that's
number
the
2?
reason she's so good. She's a warrior.
Yeah, let
She
it be
shouldn't
known.
be in this ranking at all. She isn't a princess.
Oh,
You should have abstained.
No,
Or just
she'll
said-
get the lowest mark.
Let it be known that Mulan did
Liam.
tie with another princess on our list that we haven't gotten to yet, but she did tie with the most 10 marks from our panel people, with Natalia, Sohail, Jack, and Constance giving her a 10.
Who,
I'm sure you all
Mulan?
heard. Shut up. I'm sure you all heard me say. She saved China. She did not give a single crap about the gender roles, about she's a freaking warrior.
But what about the poor Mongolians?
oh.
You know how many of
my
them she
God.
killed?
It's always whataboutism, isn't it, Liam?
No, fuck him.
It's
He
always
doesn't
that
deserve
argument.
rights.
Liam,
I'm gonna
Liam,
fucking kill
quit.
you.
Just a question, because you gave Pocahontas a ranking of 7. So where do you see the distinction between Mulan and Pocahontas if you're saying Mulan's not a princess? Because Pocahontas isn't really a princess either. I know
Well,
she's the daughter of a
Pocahontas-
chief.
She's the daughter of a chief, which in them days and times would have been classed as a princess.
Is Tiana a
Okay.
princess?
Yeah, because she marries a prince.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, fair. I just wanted to bring it up in case we get any comments, because I know that distinction comes up. Anybody else from Mulan? It's definitely, I think Mulan and Ariel are definitely controversial on our list.
You know,
She got the
if
most
I had to like,
tens.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, she got a lot of 10s, and you know, she is the one of the iconic ones from the 90s.
98.
98 to be exact.
But
Yeah,
I only
also-
watched
She got
it.
the most
I only
tens,
watched it when
but
Disney Plus came out.
That 1-1
What?
from Liam really messed her up.
And all
Yes,
the
just-
complaining about me. Oh, great.
We're still gonna complain about you, Sohail. You got a lot more wrong than Liam did.
Well,
No, it's
moving
not
on. Let's
true.
see.
That's not true.
Let's see.
Constance, what are your
Sohail is
thoughts on
in the
Mulan?
correct.
Constance, any
Constance,
thoughts about
thoughts on
Mulan?
Mulan? No.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. Moving on to number 7, with a score of 7.63. I wonder if we'll be able to let this go. Coming in at 7 is Elsa, very higher than Anna. The highest person to give her a score was myself and Yousef, and her lowest score was a 6, so not as bad as others, but that 6 was tied among Sohail, Liam, and Constance. So let's have this discussion. Why is Elsa middle of the road for some of you?
Nothing bad, you know. A 6 is still good in my book. In like North American grading system, that's an F. But you know, a 6 is still good. Yeah, I mean, she's average. Anyway, let's go.
Yousef, why the 10? Why the perfect score for Elsa, the Queen of Arendelle? Not anymore.
Well, yeah. I feel like I relate to her more than Anna. She's an introvert like myself. She has, I think, in my opinion, the best song in Disney history. Let It Go, I checked, has 2.3 billion views on YouTube. That's a lot of views. Let it be known.
We also
And
had the best song in the sequel, which was Show Yourself.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I think Into
Show
the
Yourself.
Unknown and Show Yourself are better than Let It Go.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah, she has
I
some of the
agree
best
with you,
songs.
I agree.
And she has powers, which is pretty cool, especially if you're not into princesses, if you're like into powers and superheroes and stuff. That's kind of my thing. I like that.
Any of our 6s care to weigh in? Constance or Liam?
Nah, she's just middle of the road for me. She's not
Something we
she's not
agree
bad.
on. Oh, that's great.
Okay. Well, moving to our.
Wait, Anthony, why'd you
moving-
give her 10?
Why'd I give her a 10? Well, I think, personally, Frozen was the Disney princess movie that I loved as a kid the most. So I remember there was an awful. I was what,
Like
like
6?
10,
You were
11?
I was close.
10, 11 when they came. I mean, like, I loved like other ones that had come out, but that was the one that was in theaters during my childhood that I liked the most.
Childhood.
Because
Oh.
Constance, do you feel all right? Because I'm feeling a little bit sick right now. What?
maybe for the record, I'm also not the youngest person here. I think I'm not even the second youngest person here. So personally, I just remember going to see this movie and like there was a horrible blizzard and pushing the car up to the parking lot of the movie theater to see it. So I have fun memories with this movie, but I also think her songs are an A+. I think her costume is an A+. I like her arc in both 1 and 2. I think it's consistent. I think Idina Menzel or Adele Dazeem's voice work is very well done. So yeah, I think what I'm looking for in these type of characters, I think she gets an A+ for me. So yeah. If there are no more comments on Elsa,
Just a
then we will move.
question.
Yeah, go for it.
When did Frozen come out?
2013.
2013.
God.
So we would have been 11, yeah.
Yeah, 11.
Me.
Babies.
So yeah, it's it's the Star Wars thing. Everybody loves the Star Wars trilogy that they grew up with. That's my theory, at least.
Wait, did you watch Iron Man in theaters, or did you have to watch it at
No.
home because you were too
the
young?
first Marvel movie I saw in theaters was the Avengers.
Okay.
That's the first
He's
one I
not-
remember. But my
not hardcore
parents
like me.
also, my parents were not big Marvel fan. Like they didn't like those type of movies, so they wouldn't have brought me to it anyway. I would have been old enough to see them. Anyway, moving
That'd
past
be
my
a good
childhood.
discussion for another day. Aye.
It would be. Put it down. Number 6, our first 3D animated princess coming with a score of 7.69 is Rapunzel.
Really?
Rapunzel at number 6. The lowest score is Sohail with a 6.
What is it with you today?
I mean, let down your hair. Okay, that's the story.
She's
So,
a
Hale, if
victim of
she would-
abuse.
No.
She's a
I mean,
victim of parental abuse.
remember, when Antony gave me the list, I said, "Did I do it right?" He said no. I replied 2 minutes later with random numbers. Well, not random, but I just thought, hey, I'm not that much of a fan. I have nothing against her. Again, a 6 is good.
So, Hale, if she was Scottish, would she be higher?
No comment.
That's a yes.
Not
but her
proven.
highest ranking came from Liam with a 9, and then she got 8s from Natalia, myself, Constance, and Yousef. So, one of you, why do you love Mandy Moore as Rapunzel?
Go on,
Constance, go.
Constance. I think as the musical theatre person, you should be the one to judge the singing. You like musical theatre, don't you?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't base my opinion on her singing.
I did.
I like that she goes on an adventure. She's spunky, like, and her isolation quirks I think are endearing. Like the scene where they first leave and she's all like, "This is the best day ever. I'm a horrible daughter." Like all that. She's so funny. Like she's a character you watch and you're just like, oh, I don't know. She just warms my heart. So.
Yeah, I mean, for all of us who've been in quarantine for the past year now, which is insane, it's been a year, probably longer for some of our friends overseas. She definitely has the more appropriate isolation activities than talking to animals. She actually like plays chess and paints and stuff.
Honestly, I think Elsa has the better quarantine thing. That's just me.
Elsa too. Yeah, a lot of these princesses are loners, which is an interesting comment by Disney.
It doesn't help that they're all almost orphans. They're either
Almost.
orphans or single parents.
And good looking.
And attractive, yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Anyway, if we have no more opinions on Rapunzel, then we will move on to our top 5. This is very interesting. Number 5, coming in with an average score of 7.75, is Moana. 2016's Moana. Her highest score came from Yousef and Constance, who gave her both a 9. Her lowest score was Liam with a 6.
Yeah, I love Moana. I really like her music. I think her songs, like How Far I'll Go, is like one of the best recent Disney songs in my opinion. I loved the voice actress's performance and her chemistry with Dwayne Johnson and all of their other characters. Yeah, I didn't want to mispronounce it, so I was just like, I won't say it. But
She did Ariel in a musical.
in the
Yeah,
live action one, yeah, like
Little
the
Mermaid Live.
ABC, the crap one. But it was just, yeah,
was good.
I really love Moana, and she's like well designed, and I like the Hawaii, thing that they have going on. Yeah. So I just really like Moana. So
Yousef has a crush.
no comment.
Sohail's starting fights.
Same age as him.
If Sohail isn't on next week's episode, I think this episode is the reason why.
Exactly. Yeah.
Kidding.
I actually. Oh goodness, my mysterious disappearance.
So, Constance, what makes you rank Moana so high? Is it her music? Is it her arc? Because I personally really do enjoy the message of the movie and how she goes about the film.
Well, I kind of did the same thing like Pocahontas and Mulan. I'm like, okay, she doesn't save China, but she saves the Pacific at least, But again, she has agency. It's about her people. It's not about her getting married. I just like that this divergence of what does the word princess mean? I like that we're finally changing and broadening what that word can represent. It doesn't mean frilly dresses and talking to mice and it can mean a lot of different things. So I appreciate the representation in a very positive light.
Now she's talking to rocks.
And also, like the moment in the film, you know, when it's like, I'm not Christian, but you know, when the water splits and she walks through.
Yes,
What was that in
yes,
reference to? You know what I mean, right?
Moses.
Moses.
In the Red
Moses. There we
Sea.
go. Yeah,
Moses.
yeah. But that was an amazing moment,
Prince of
and
Egypt.
like she's just a badass. So
Well, she does have animal friends
Fair
too.
enough.
Does she have a pig and a chicken?
Hey,
Pua was
and
paid dust. Pua was paid dust. We deserve Pua plushies. Thank you.
very good. All right, moving up, the most recent princess on the list, Raya, coming in at number 4 with an average score of 7.92. The only person to give her a 10 was Natalia, and the lowest ranked was Jack, but Jack only gave her a 7.5, so not that low. For those of you, some of you may be listening, not having seen Raya. Why is Raya so great?
She's hot. She's hot. She's a badass with a sword. She has a sword. She looks good, and she's incredibly capable. Like she gets crap done. And I love that for her. I love it for her. Her and her girlfriend with an undercut. Mwah. Bye.
Jack, what are your thoughts on Raya? I know it's still fresh, but what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I really like her. I don't want to spoil stuff that happens in the movie because it's new, but she does make some decisions that I think are questionable, but overall, I still really liked her.
Yeah, I think
I was
I
about to
agree
be
with the
shocked there and be like,
questionable decision that you're
excuse
probably
me.
thinking of.
But then I was like, oh, actually, no, yeah, she does do something questionable. So, yep, okay, go on.
Nearing the end, yes. Dumb
Um,
brain.
Yeah, I think people should definitely check it out. Whether your choice whether to pay the premiere access fee, but check it out down the line. Definitely for Kelly Marie Tran's voice work, who I think she did a great job with that. Moving on to number 3. This person is no longer speechless on our list. Princess Jasmine, 8.6 average ranking from the panel, and she only got, surprisingly, she almost got straight 9 and 8s. Only one person gave her a 10, and that is Natalia. Once again, Natalia, is
Hi,
she also
I'm
hot?
brown.
Is that why
that a
she's high
question?
again?
Hi, I'm brown, and I chose Jasmine for brown girl reasons. Mainly for that, please, Disney, give us a Latina princess. That's all we ask for. I love Jasmine so much. She, I feel like, really kickstarted the Disney princesses. Oh, wait, no. Okay, wait. Who came first? Mulan or Jasmine?
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Amazing. She kickstarted all of these Disney princesses having like legitimate agency. Like that is so sexy. 10 out of 10 would recommend. She's a bad bitch. She is sexy and conniving, and I love it. And she's also an adorable romantic. Sheltered, poor baby, love her to death. Bye.
Now I think this will be surprising. The people who gave her the lowest ranking is Liam and Yousef. Yousef gave her an 8 as well
me
as
and Liam are
which
on the same level.
The
Yeah.
Whoa.
the betrayal, Yousef. Oh my goodness.
No, I mean the first, like the original Aladdin, it's a little bit hard to watch because it's like really inaccurate,
That's
let's just
true.
say, culturally. And I much like I like Naomi Scott much more than the animated one, but she was still the first like princess of color.
don't think-
so? I have to give her points for that.
You don't think Jasmine was appropriately cast when that voice actress's name was Linda Larkin?
I mean, unless she like
And
Wait, was
what
that the only
Aladdin?
reason
yeah,
why it wasn't
Linda Larkin.
culturally appropriate or something like that?
No.
No. Watch the
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
again.
I'm just
Yeah,
looking
the
based
amount of
off of
times
the
they say
character
praise
and
Allah
her arc.
is like,
I'm not thinking about the rest of the movie.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No, it's just the movie. Yeah, Jasmine's hasn't really been my favorite until recently, but she's still a really good Disney princess. There's just some that I prefer more than her.
I think out of all of these, if I'm not mistaken, she's the only one she's not the main character of the movie. So I think the fact that she is so high also speaks to her character, that she's able to steal time away from Aladdin and the genie, which to steal time away from Robin Williams is a hard feat. Anybody else who feels very happy about Jasmine?
Yeah, I want to say something. Yeah, other reason why I ranked her incredibly high is because I based off the rankings of not just like how much I like them as a character or how they, developed as the movies go on, but I also rank them as how they worked well with their love interests. And Jasmine and Aladdin are A+ couple, and that's the reason why I ranked Rapunzel so high because she complements Flynn Rider. Or is that his real name? Or was it Eugene?
Eugene.
Eugene.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, they also complement each other really well. But Aladdin and Jasmine are the OG.
Wonderful. All right, so now it should be known that the Jasmine and our number 2 ranked princess tied. However, our number 2 ranked princess got more 10 votes from our council, which is why Tiana comes in at number 2 with an 8.6 ranking as well. However, Natalia, who gave her a 10 as well, but was joined by Yousef and Constance. Her lowest ranking came from myself, which I didn't expect because I like Tiana. So tell us, why is she a perfect princess to you? Tenors. Constance, why don't you kick us off?
That sounds like Tenet fanboys.
Well, she's a hardworking girl, but not in the Cinderella, I'm forced to do this. She has goals. She's tenacious, she's not going to let the fact that she's a frog for most of the movie make her go, oh no, I need some man to save me. She's not like that. So I like that she just keeps going. She's like, okay, I'm a problem solver. I got to work this out. We got to get here. We got to do this. We got to meet these people. So, she's just
there's consistency in her character.
Yes.
I really like
Yousef, any thoughts?
Princess and the Frog is just perfect. There's nothing wrong with that movie on any level. Like, the music is, I think, tied with The Little Mermaid for the best Disney music ever. And Tiana herself, like Constance said, she's hardworking. She gets shit done. The voice actress, Anika Noni Rose, I think, was phenomenal. Her relationship with Louis, the alligator, and the prince, what was his name? Naveen. Yeah,
and the
perfect.
Fly.
And the Fly. Ray. I love Ray. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that movie. And it's just really good.
I will be transparent. I haven't seen it in a very long time, so it deserves a rewatch. Tiana's, yeah. Tiana definitely is the best part of the movie. I think that's fair to say, right? Do we agree? I hope we agree.
I miss Ray.
Ray's very good. Ray's a very good sidekick.
I wonder why Princess and the Frog isn't again live action, but that's another topic for another day, I guess.
It's problematic.
It's recent.
Yeah.
It's too recent.
Recent too. They haven't made any recent ones. Speaking of, I saw this because of Friday in WandaVision that somebody was saying that Catherine Hahn should play Mother Gothel if they ever remake Tangled, which
she should play anything and everything.
Sohail, you're finally making some sense.
But
all right.
Not Scarlett Johansson style. I don't want to confuse anyone in what I just said.
On that note, number 1, if you're paying attention, you probably know what it is. From 1991, the Best Picture nominee, that is Belle, voiced by Paige O'Hara, with a ranking of 8.8. She received 4 number 10 votes from myself, Liam, Constance, and Yousef. Her lowest ranked was Natalia with a 5. Open it up. I think Liam.
Get her.
I'm sorry.
I call a witch hunt. Get that bitch.
I'm so sorry.
A 5?
Shut up. I'm so sorry. I've just never really seen. I've never really been a fan of her character. Shut up. Maybe this is just me being swayed a little bit. Oh, that is frozen. Maybe this is me being swayed a little bit by the live action, which wasn't all that great. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Maybe I could have given her a little bit higher of a number because I'm just looking through my list and she definitely deserved to be a little bit higher.
You think?
Shut up!
Jack, you gave her a 9.5, which rounded up is also a 10. Why'd you rank Belle so high?
Well, first, I just want to say justice for Cinderella because Belle talks to utensils instead of animals. But other than that, I think she's a very cool, independent, smart princess.
Definitely. Constance, I know you're,
To-
you're, oops.
So,
Sohail?
to be fair on that point, those utensils were people. So
Yeah, they talked back. So
Yeah.
How did the animals talk too? The mice talked.
yeah, but I don't think they were
Those
people. That's
weren't
why.
people
So that was the
before.
distinction. Yeah.
Those
the lady got in a
Anyway,
poop.
valid point.
have
It's a good
always
point.
been
It's a good-
people.
Constance, I want to throw it to you because Beauty and the Beast, of course, has a big musical theater history, being the first Disney Broadway musical. There's been so much with Emma Watson's take, and of course, the Broadway musical. Beauty and the Beast is definitely one of their most important films in the Disney legacy, also being the first to be nominated for Best Picture. What about Beauty and the Beast and Belle specifically made you rank her so high, giving her a perfect score?
Well, I think it's very important that she advocates reading. That's a great message. And to show my age, I was a little girl when this was in theaters, and it was huge. Yeah, Liam. It was huge, and just the influence it has, and it changes the way you think. I mean, there are some problems with the story, but that's the original story. It's not, oh, here's Disney's version, and they really played up some things that people would complain about with the movie now, at least the remake. So I think all that's good. And plus, she had a very good "I Want" song, and I love that the creators talked about how hard it was because they're like, "Oh, Ariel's so easy. She wants legs," and they're like, "Belle wants something," but they couldn't figure out what it was. So that became the catalyst of her song. So I thought that was interesting.
She wants adventure in the great wide somewhere.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
I was about to say, don't worry, they won't recognize what he just sang as the actual song.
I
But yeah,
should have given her a higher number, and I'm so sorry.
Okay, I mean,
I'm
it wouldn't
glad
change
she's number
anything.
one though.
She's still number
quite
one.
good.
Yeah, I
What
know.
did
At
I
least you
give
didn't
her?
give her a 2 like Sohail to Ariel.
That's
So
I'm
Hail-
never
true.
gonna let that go.
I don't
gave
care.
her a 9. You gave.
See?
Oh no, you didn't. You
Oh.
gave her an 8. You gave her an 8.
Okay, so, great. See,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Beauty and
See,
the
that
Beast is
doesn't defend
my
you.
grade.
That doesn't
she got
redeem
about
you.
8. What was it? 8.8 or something? What did she get?
Yeah,
Overall.
you are about in line with the average, if that makes you
See,
feel better.
haha. I'm just joking. I know I did
I will
poorly. I'm
rewatch
very
Beauty and
sorry
the
for everyone
Beast,
that's
and I will
screaming.
come back and give you a new number. Does that make everyone happy?
No.
Doesn't
Fuck
help.
you.
Yes. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast is definitely my favorite of these movies, and she's a large reason
Same.
why. And I also I'm a fan of the live action remake, and I liked Emma Watson's portrayal. I thought that what she brought to it made up for some of the, I'm fine with okay singing because she brought so much to the character itself.
Yeah.
And I also
Beauty and
I
the
just
Beast
love
was
Emma
also
Watson.
the first film I ever seen in the cinema.
Aww.
And
Mark.
I screamed and screamed and screamed and was took 8 times to see it in cinemas.
Beauty and the
Because of
Beast
the
is also
Beast.
my mom's favorite film.
because I would not stop screaming if they wouldn't take me. I used to just sit and I just used to stand in the middle of the sitting room and literally scream.
Well, nothing's changed, Liam.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, it's my mom's favorite film, and it'll be weird. This is the first when she came into the ballroom in that golden gown, the golden dress.
Mhm.
As a little kid, I realized I was straight.
I realized I was gay at the Beast's transformation, so understandable.
I did not think we were going to get to sexual awakenings with this list, but I should have known.
I didn't
group.
really. That was a joke. I don't get turned on by cartoons.
Not even Robin Hood, Liam.
No, but my friend Sarah, she did have her sexual awakening to the Robin Hood cartoon.
Eddie Redmayne did as well. Look it up. It's a Graham Norton interview.
It is because I watch
With
Graham Norton.
Nala, not Robin
I mean,
Hood.
in Eddie
I do
Redmayne's
not
defense,
understand
Nala
Nala.
was like, they gave her some pretty sexy eyes in that musical number.
Nala was a slut.
Oh God.
Oh, hey, thanks for watching. And remember, full episodes are available wherever you get your podcasts.
With new episodes Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, links in the description box.
And be sure to subscribe and hit that bell to stay caught up to date with The Council.
Boys, I'm excited.